Charitable giving is top of mind this time of year. Many organizations are emailing and texting and posting to social media for requests of giving. And what a great time to do it around the holiday season, around Thanksgiving and Christmas, and have the ability to not only buy presents maybe for your family, your friends, but also be able to give to organizations that you care about, that you want to support, and that do good work. And so it is one of the few things, though, where cash, or one of the many times where cash is not king. Just writing a check or sending in cash to the organization, while it might be the easiest option, it may not be the best option to use whenever you're looking at doing charitable giving. And so, if you are somebody who is charitably inclined and wants to make an impact, wants to support organizations that you care about, here are a few different ways that you can do that and do it in a financially smart way. The first way is by giving appreciated assets. So, what do I mean by that? You are able to give stock or bonds or mutual funds, real estate, a business, any or all of those can be given to a charity. And when you do that, you get the tax deduction for the full amount, or the full value amount of that gift. So let's say you own some stock and you give $1,000, but perhaps you bought the stock at maybe $500 and it's appreciated in value. So now you're able to give that to an organization without selling it, so you avoid the capital gains tax on the entire gain. So if you had $500 in gains, you avoid that entire $500 by giving that stock to the charitable organization, rather than you selling it and writing a check, or you writing a check from maybe cash that you have on hand. Let's try to take advantage of some advantages there. So not only do you get a potential tax deduction, but you also avoid the capital gains taxes on that. So that's the first strategy to consider. The second strategy would be using, if you're over 70 and a half, you can use what's called a required minimum distribution. So when out of your IRA, and it's only available out of an IRA, not out of a 401k, but you are able to use your required minimum distribution. If you have that sent directly to the charity, maybe your church or another organization that you care about, that will come out. It counts for your minimum distribution, but you don't have to pay any ordinary income taxes on that. So where typically that charitable contribution is only a deduction, so it only reduces the percentage of your total taxable bill. In this way, you don't have to pay any taxes on it at all. So that is a more effective way to be able to give directly to a charity, especially if you are already using your minimum distribution and you are already charitably inclined. You can give directly from your IRA up to $100,000 a year at 70 and a half. Even though the required minimum distribution is now at 72, you can still start that at 70 and a half. Usually you just have to work with your financial institution to have them send out the check to the organization on your behalf. The third option is using the first option, but bunching that into a larger gift. So with the standard deduction being higher now, you can do gift gathering, I guess, all at once, where maybe you want to give $1,000 a year to an organization, but because the standard deduction is so high, especially if you're married filing jointly, it's over $20,000, $25,000 or something around that nature. And so instead of just giving $1,000, you really won't get any tax benefit for that unless you're able to get above that standard deduction amount. So maybe you give in 1 year $30,000 or $40,000 from maybe your stocks or your mutual funds or any sort of after-tax account. You can give, if you don't want to give it to the charity directly, you can set up what's called a donor-advised fund, and this is a fund that will you can give money into, and you get the tax deduction that year, but then you control the money and when it's given out over time. So you can then give that money out over a 3 or 5 or 10-year period. And that's a way to kind of bunch your charitable gifts into one year rather than having it spread out over time and maybe not being able to take advantage of the standard deduction or be able to itemize because the standard deduction is so high. So that's three different ways that you can think about doing charitable giving, and which is better than the cash, just giving in cash. So you can give your stocks or bonds, mutual funds, what have you. You can give those directly to the charity or organization. You can use your minimum distribution, give that to the organization, or you can use a donor advised fund and pull all of your giving into one year. So then you can actually send it out sporadically, but get the deduction for that 1 year's time frame. So at this time of year, yesterday was Giving Tuesday, and giving is top of mind in so many regards, and so many requests are happening. So let's try to be smart about those gifts. If you're a Disney employee, another option is to be able to use the matching gift program. So Disney does match dollar for dollar up to $25,000 gifts. So if you give $10,000 or $20,000, they'll match that and increase your overall gift, which is a really cool benefit. So that's something else to consider. And if you do have questions, I'm happy to help. My name is Kyle Newell. I'm a fee-only financial planner here in Winter Garden, Florida. I serve the greater Orlando area in person, but also can meet with people pretty much anywhere virtually. And so today is more educational information, of course, no specific advice given, no tax advice given. You want to talk to your financial planner or talk to your tax advisor. If you don't have one, you certainly could reach out to me, drop a comment, send me a message, give me a call. My website is newellwm.com, newellwm.com, so newell.wm.com. And I'd be happy to set up a time to talk with you. Thanks for listening in, and I hope you have a great day.